Somebody had the idea of having a window, a coloured glass window in the Stiwt. And they knew, I suppose, that I had been through a course doing stained glass. And they knew I'd been brought up living right next door to the Stiwt. So they came and asked me was I interested, and naturally I was very interested, wasn't I, with that background and knowing everything about it. With my own experience of the Stiwt anyway. So I agreed to do it.
Yes, these have to be transferred to paper, and these were some of the early ideas. You can see from this one, it was before I even finally decided to take the shape of the windows as the rest of the windows in the Stiwt. And then I gradually worked towards that idea, and eventually it became obvious that a lot of the things I had to do were to put the remains of what there are now, because mining industry has finished and all one finds in the area are what's left over. At this stage it was developing fairly rapidly, but it still wasn't completed. There are little bits here and there which I hadn't finalised in my mind, and things which didn't eventually. Some things came in, some things vary their position, and there are notes around and some various ideas that I had as I went along. And that one is very close to completion. So this is more or less the finished design. The flag of the North Wales Miners Union came in there, and various other odd things came in, and it's not showing here some of the things that went up right up to the very top. Those were settled in my mind by the time I reached this point.
Tell me about these pictures. How did they contribute to the final thing that you were doing?
Well, I wanted to do a person who looked after the doors which contained the draft. I had the idea that a lot of the time they would be sitting around without a lot to do. So I had my grandson to sit in various positions, fiddling around as if he might have been waiting before there was need for action on the door. This is the one I eventually chose, and from that I worked out a sketch to include into the window.